Anyway, welcome back. As the group rides down the elevator, but more of a service elevator, it seems to go down several floors, but not as many as when they're going up. At about what feels almost the halfway point, at least according to the elevator itself, the doors eventually slide open, revealing a much darker floor in general. There are no windows on this floor. There's several cubicles with a lot of artificial lighting from the looks of it, or at least magical lighting from what you can gather. But they seem to all it looks like an office in a way. No one's here, no one's working, it's very quiet. The guards lead you out of the elevator and onto this floor, and more importantly, as you look around, you notice that there is no traditional elevator hookup to this floor. It's only that one. More importantly, there doesn't seem to be any stairwells either. So, whichever floor this is, it's obviously not one that's normally accessible. Uh, I'd say even from a passive perception for yes, you can recognize from at least a few of the cubicles this seems to be an accounting floor. So no surprise, it's closed off to many people. But as you're moved through the cubicles and through the office itself, you are led to a kind of a break off area. There is a large metal door that the guards do open, and it leads the way into what looks to be a larger, almost circular room. Inside of there is a large half circle frame that has a very similar effect to water rippling that you normally see in the portals in the Foundry. It seems like Glacia has his own personal portal back to the Foundry here.
Now, where does this portal lead is a better question.
You don't know.
We're gonna find out.
You're definitely going to find out. But the guards will kind of motion for you. It's like, all right, well, this is as far as we're going to be able to take you. But should be thankful that Glacia's letting you use his own personal portal. So
Oh, if you could extend our thanks, that would be much appreciated.
mhm.
All right, let's see what's on the other side here.
Okay. And as you guys pass through the portal, you're actually finding yourself inside somewhere. But that somewhere seems to be the almost a how do I explain this? You seem to come into a large room. Now the room is covered in like cushions and seats and booths, but it's pretty dark inside of here, as if it's a kind of like those personal rooms in nightclubs people tend to have sometimes. It's just dark, none of the screens are lit as if things are not currently open. So from at least from what you gather, it's a good chance that this is some place that Lisa either visits frequently or uses it to conduct business.
Is there any other doors or exits we notice?
Oh yeah, there's multiple doors that can lead out of this room. One in particular seems to lead out into what looks to be a large dance floor. You got a big kind of setup with what seems to be speakers, several lights that are currently now dim. It's more of a case of when studio lights are on, keeping the place lit, but nothing really crazy is happening. So it's just more of a case of for like cleaning crews. That's kind of what it looks like. You can see that the dance floor itself is like covered in glass, has different panels, but none of them are active right now. And you do see that there's one particular individual in here, but they seem to be minding their own business as they are currently sweeping down the dance floor.
They broke the wall right here.
Let's just let's just go and get this taken care of.
Yeah, they're still hanging out at Leonard's palace, right?
Luminosa?
They're still hanging out in Slender's.
Is everyone else
Mm.
cutting out?
They're cutting out a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take that as a yes.
She said yes, yeah.
Okay. So you guys begin to leave the very obvious nightclub from the looks of it. Whoever is sweeping and cleaning up the area doesn't seem to mind you. They seem to not even hear you. And they, at least from passing perception, at least for you, Freeze, you can hear them humming to themselves. So they obviously don't even know you're there.
Stealth mission.
You guys make it through the front area. No one's there, and are easily able to kind of push open the front doors to lead outside into the foundry, in particular the water district.
Let's get moving.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and
So-
before they do, Rose is going to, before they step on the plug, Rose will gesture to their wrist and is going to take the bracelet and slide it like behind their blazer.
Okay.
Farius is gonna do similar.
Where do
Infrius
you
already has long sleeves, so hers should be covered mostly.
The foundry is open to you guys. Where do you want to go?
I
Fire.
think, yeah, unless anyone says otherwise, Rose is planning to lead them to the fire portal.
Okay. So who wants to give me a 1d20?
it's my
turn.
I'll.
It's my turn.
Oh, okay. I
I
volunteer
want to cause
as.
the chaos. Chaos reigns. Oh, damn it.
Alright. Okay. As you guys are leaving the water district, there seems to be like little stands and stuff, like fair stands set up kind of all around the commerce ring. From what you guys remember, yeah, there was a big contest that's kind of going on that you missed the signups for. And several of the booths are open, but they seem to be giving out things, particularly around here in water. They seem to be giving out food in various sushis and fish dishes. And you can kind of get an idea that if you go around to the other districts, you might find other things. Like, there is a market open. You guys are free to shop around and look around at your leisure.
Unless Rose is veering the path to look at things, Freys is still
Making a beeline to fire.
yeah.
Yeah, mostly gonna make me line of fire, but if there is like a food booth along the way, Rose will stop very briefly to see what they have to offer.
There's several. At least between water to fire, there's a few earth ones, and more importantly, let me just bring up my map real quick just to determine something. Just double checking my notes. Should be in here. Where did I put this damn thing? Here we are. They're here. So yeah, in between you and the fire district is the earth district, and more importantly, there seem to be a lot of different breads out on display, from twist breads to meat pies and the like, all from earth merchants. In water, of course, you got the basic sushis, the raw fish, a lot of fishmongers in general, and such. And in fire, there seem to be a lot of places that seem to be open grills. There's not a lot of people out right now, but in fact, you can all kind of hear a lot of music and singing coming from the council chamber area. So you guess that the crowd that are currently watching what's going on haven't gotten out yet. So you kind of have free reign of the market as a lot of these places are setting up.
Yeah, Rose will stop by one of the meat pie booths then.
And it is run by what looks to be a magma primordial. They kind of have that look about them to where they're kind of half earth with a more solid form, but they got cracks of fire running through their skin. And they're kind of looking up at you, and they have about 3 different bins that are full of like these. They look to be fried meat pies, and they have a big vat of oil behind them that they have several more cooking in. And they kind of look up at you. It's like, how many can I get you? We got mutton, we got dragon, and we got beef.
Phrase is
Uh,
already in the back. Dragon.
why don't you give us sort of there's 5 of us total. Why don't you just kind of do like a
I don't
sampler?
want one.
How about 2 of each?
Yeah, that will work.
They'll take out 3 little paper bags and take 2 pies from one bin and 2 pies from the other and put them into 3 little separate bags for you to, and then hand them over. Enjoy the festival.
Mm-hmm.
So you got 2 dragon meat pies, 2 mutton meat pies, and 2 beef meat pies.
I figure since we're going this way, none of us really had a proper breakfast yet. Might as well get something after all this morning chaos.
I'm just more curious which kind of dragon they're serving.
You can always ask.
Is there Is there anything you wanted?
No, I'm all right. Tiberius?
Doesn't sound like anything much on the menus in my particular points of interest. So no, I'm good.
All right, and otherwise, unless anyone says anything else, keep moving to fire.
All right. And I'd say outside of the market itself, you're not really impeded by anything. There's not a lot of guards out right now, at least not in the main streets. And you are able to make it to fire without any real issue. In fire, things are surprisingly normal. Why is Rose on the map?
Oh
Hi,
no!
Rose.
Get out of here.
DM, I don't feel so good.
Yum, did I eat?
Anyway, you guys make it to fire without any real issue, but can someone give me a 1d20?
I'll bite that bullet this time.
Nothing happens. 10 is literally nothing happens. But yeah, you guys are able to make it through. It's a pretty average day. There's less people out and about, but you can probably gather that's why there's more people back in the Foundry. There's some people who are probably going to the contest, enjoying the show, so there's not a whole lot of people out and about in fire at the moment. Therefore, it makes your journey to the palace itself rather uneventful. In fact, as you get into the palace, things are shockingly normal here. Like, people are going about their work. You got some people who are like cleaning up and wiping ash down from some of the pillars. You got some people who look to be debating on what new tapestries to hold up. But you do remember that Astrov and Zenith, or at least held up, or at least most of the positives are held up in some of the rooms given to the tavern patrons by Leonard. Do you want to head there, or do you want to explore the castle a bit?
We should
Cats.
probably head. Oh, okay.
Sorry, cats are being butts.
Oh,
Come on, Edward. Do you want to go out? You were begging to be let out. Now you just stare at it. Okay. There. Okay. Sorry about that, cats.
we should probably continue on, but that. What do the other? Does everybody else want?
What does everyone else want?
Rose is just
My
focused.
memory.
Rose is focused on buying Astral so they can drop that item off.
As what did you want?
I was making a joke about my memory.
Oh, what about Tibbs and the Minosa?
Tiberius is perfectly happy at this point to follow along.
I'm good to follow.
Okay. As you were walking through the palace itself, no one really impedes you. There's a few guards here and there, their usual patrols, but as you reach the room that the positive and negatives tend to be held up in, you do see that the door is cracked slightly, when normally it's completely closed. More importantly, there is a figure that seems to be holding that door open and cracked. You recognize this figure as the ever so lovable Bandersnatch proprietor of Over the Hedge, Auntie. She seems to be busy talking with someone on the other side of the door.
Luminosa? Auntie.
Yeah. I will just approach her, wait for her to finish her conversation, just sort of wave to let her know I'm here.
Mhm. And let's see if she notices you first. Oh yeah, she can hear you guys approaching. She can hear the clink clank of Luminosa's armor and kind of looks up. It's like, oh, we'll finish this all later. Is that all right? All right. And she'll pull away from the door and close it after her. And she'll look at all of you. It's like, well, I'm gonna admit, you're just the folks I was looking to find.
Oh. Woohoo.
More importantly, you, Miss Luminosa.
Yes, yes. How can I help?
Well, I've been working alongside Leonard to help with, the gentry problem.
Yep.
Specifically, Jericho and Florence.
Yep. They are a problem right now.
So as of right now, we've kind of got an idea of how to get you guys there. But we're still working on the wins because as of right now, what Jericho did to completely screw up my tavern is, let's just say, it's been a little difficult.
Okie dokie.
AKA, we don't have enough weed killer for that kind of stuff right now. So we're
Ah,
kind of just waiting for it to die off.
makes sense.
But once we do, I was hoping that potentially I can get in contact with you folks so we could send you on off to Wonderland.
Yeah, we are good to go to Wonderland.
She'll kind of look at all the others. It's like, she's actually right at the door,
Damn.
like right at the door. She was literally standing in the doorway talking to whoever was on the other side. But if anything, I'm probably gonna send one of my folks to you to let you know. Could I get an address of where y'all are staying?
Yeah, Rose will share the location of their residence.
You kind of see her take out what looks to be like a diner pad of paper. She kind of open that up and write it on down. Say, okay, all right, fantastic. When we're ready to go, I'll send a little helper on over and I'll let you guys know we're ready to start. But she'll look up at you, Rose, specifically. And are you
mhm.
sure you want to go through with this?
It's not a matter if I want to, but have to.
All right.
Div, have you or Leonard figured where in Wonderland we're gonna be deposited at?
That's kind of what we're working on right now, sugar. Because if we just kind of throw you into where we have it now, you guys are probably gonna fall into a fountain somewhere. So we're trying to fix that. Because as good as my portals tend to be at my tavern, what Jericho did kind of screwed with it. Too fast to say. Because he kind of redirected the whole place into the hedge. So
Mm-hmm.
that's been a bit of a pain to fix. But thanks for the address. I might have to send you a couple care packages too. She'll flip the notebook close and stuff it into her apron.
Right. By the way, do you know where Astrov is right now?
Oh yeah, I was just talking to him.
May I go through the door real quick, Lily, then?
Oh yeah, sorry. She'll move out of the way.
whether people are following her or not.